I just researched hours of game tape, footage, and research in general on the Las Vegas Raiders' inspiring prospect on the offensive line, so you don't have to. All that and more on today's episode of the Raider D podcast. Hey bro, thank you so much for being here, or brodet, whichever flavor you may come from. I am super appreciative of the Las Vegas Raiders, and all the moves that they have been making this offseason has been a very nice change of pace. And I hope that it is going to result in a bunch of wins. Now listen, I'm not going to get out of control and say the Raiders are going to the Super Bowl this year. I think the Raiders have a chance to make a wild card slot in a playoff run, but how far and how deep that could go is really going to depend a lot on this offensive line. And that is why I have been going through the offensive line like a fine-tooth comb to see exactly what is going to be the final lineup come week one. And is that even going to continue? And I come across one player that is extraordinarily inspiring, and that is a guy who has been catching fire lately in the media and the social media, and that is one Laki Tasi. Laki Tasi, a guy, Samoan-born Australian, is absolutely crazy. His story, we're going to get into a bit of that today. So Laki Tasi represents one of the most remarkable stories in the NFL today at 21 years old, which, I mean, it's insane how big this guy is at 21. But he is a Samoan Australian who made an extraordinary transition from rugby to American football in less than 12 months, which is unheard of. This guy had never played American football a day in his life until he entered into the NFL Academy. He was born October 24th, 2003 in Samoa. Tasi moved to Australia with his family with 7 children, settling in Brisbane, where they lived in a 3-bedroom house. His athletic journey began at the age of 12 when he started playing rugby in a league for the Goodna Eagles before transitioning to rugby union in high school. At his heaviest weight, this man weighed 450 pounds. Yes, 450 pounds, which is crazy big. But he lost 100 pounds in 2023, demonstrating his remarkable dedication to his physical transformation and strength. His transition to American football, Tasi's path to the NFL began unexpected on a suggestion from a family member who owned a burger shop at the time. So some family member, they're sitting there having some burgers and says, "Hey, Laki, you know what you should do? You should just give up on rugby and you should just become an NFL football player." Okay, yeah, that can happen. Sure. At first, he paid absolutely no attention to it, didn't really take it seriously, but in December of 2024, Tasi was selected for the prestigious NFL International Player Pathway after attending the NFL Academy on the Gold Coast in Queensland. Training alongside fellow IPP member Jordan Patea at the NFL Asia Pacific Academy before advancing to the IMG Academy in Florida. This rapid progression from rugby player to the NFL prospect occurred in less than a year, as I said before. Unheard of. Physical attributes. This guy stands at 6'6", and he weighs 347 pounds up to 373 pounds, depending on whether or not he took a laxative that day. Tasi possesses exceptional physical tools for an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. His arm length is 34.5 inches, which ranks among the longest of any defensive lineman eligible for the 2025 NFL Draft. NFL analyst Scott Pioli praised his combination of very good size and tools to be a big interior defensive lineman, along with toughness and makeup to play in the trenches. His NFL career with the Raiders, after going undrafted in 2025 NFL Draft, Tasi signed with the Las Vegas Raiders as a UDFA on April 30th, 2025. Yeah. He currently wears jersey number 79, and he is listed as an offensive lineman, though the Raiders did initially have plans of making him a defensive lineman. but quickly realized that this dude was much better on the offensive side of the ball, and he is a beast. The transition has been smooth thanks in part to the Raiders head coach, Pete Carroll, from whom Tasi describes as another dad to me, highlighting his mentorship that he is receiving. Recent training camp appearances show Tasi continuing to adapt at the professional level while impressing his coaches and analysts with his natural football instincts. Tasi's journey represents the growing global reach of the NFL. In 2025, he joined teammate Jackson Powers Johnson on a visit to multiple Australian cities, serving as an ambassador for both the Raiders organization and the sport of American football in his adopted homeland. His story exemplifies the success of the NFL's International Player Pathway program in identifying and developing talent from non-traditional football backgrounds. Tasi's remarkable transformation from 450-pound rugby player to an NFL offensive lineman in under 2 years showcases not only his athletic ability, but also his mental toughness and his adaptability, qualities that make him an intriguing prospect for the Raiders' future. Now, in his first preseason game, in the snaps that he was in there, Tasi was absolutely dominant against the defensive lineman that he went up against, including getting a pancake, which was absolutely just hilarious to watch because he just mauled this dude straight down to the ground. And in every single rep, you see Tasi being the stronger guy on that opposing defensive lineman's list. And he's pushing them back. On every run play, he is pushing his man back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. And on a pass protection, he is holding his guy up like it ain't no tomorrow. Now, with that being said, I also want to say thank you to today's sponsor. And again, that is Box House. Box House, my dude Kevin Ross over there is an absolute fantastic dude. Whether you're playing defense or offense, you may just want to get yourself an additional dwelling unit, a small, tiny home in your backyard, and you got to check out no further than Box House because they've got everything that you need and they will deliver anywhere in the United States. So go ahead and give my boy Kevin Ross over there at Box House a big shout out and a phone call and just ask him what they got. Links are also down in the description to the website. Hour.com, also a big sponsor of the channel. Check them out for your 14-day free trial to make sure that your information is safe out on the interwebs, especially the dark web. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next Raiders video.